an airline, a lawyer, a city government, three of them, different AIs, the same mistake. We call it hallucination. That name is wrong. And what these three got wrong, every AI you've ever used gets wrong the same way. One mechanism is behind every confidently wrong answer. Once you see it, you'll spot it before it costs you. And it's not just lawyers. Last year, a developer asked Cursor's support bot, a bot named Sam, a simple question. Sam invented a policy that didn't exist. Users started canceling, and the founder, Michael Truell, apologized publicly on Reddit. Google launched Bard with a demo. The AI got one fact wrong about the James Webb Telescope, and Alphabet's market cap dropped $100 billion in a single trading day. Air Canada's chatbot promised a refund. The airline then said the chatbot was wrong. A court forced them to pay anyway. These aren't bugs. It's the same thing happening over and over. So, why does the smartest software ever shipped not know when it's lying? To answer that, you need to understand what ChatGPT is doing when you ask a question. It's not what you think, it's much simpler. And once you see it, the mistakes stop looking like mistakes. Open your phone's keyboard, start typing. After every word, your phone suggests the next one. Sometimes it gets you what you wanted, sometimes it gets you duck when you meant something else. That's autocomplete. It guesses what word probably comes next based on what you've typed before. ChatGPT is autocomplete. Same idea, way bigger. Trained on more text than a human could read in 500,000 lifetimes. Predicting one word at a time forever. It doesn't think about the answer. It guesses one word at a time until your answer is built. This is the part most people miss. The model doesn't know what's true. It only knows what's probable. The model isn't lying. Lying requires to know the truth and choosing not to tell it. ChatGPT doesn't have that option. Ask it the capital of Argentina. It says Buenos Aires. That combination of words appears together everywhere in its training data, so it works. If you ask, cite a court case about airline statute of limitations, it predicts what a court citation looks like. Names, numbers, court districts, all plausible, all fake. When the prediction matches reality, you call it intelligent. When it doesn't, you make up a word, hallucination. In June 2023, a New York lawyer named Steven Schwartz used ChatGPT to write a legal brief. He asked for cases about airline injury claims. ChatGPT gave him 6. It looked perfect. Notice the airline name. The real one is China Southern. ChatGPT got the grammar slightly off. Schwartz didn't catch it. None of those cases existed, and it wasn't one fake case. Schwartz got 6. 6 fake citations in one brief. Same prompt, different lies, same mechanism. The model didn't fail. It did its job. It predicted what a plausible citation looks like. It looked exactly like the real thing. None of it was. There is no "is this real" step inside ChatGPT. There never was. Schwartz, his colleagues, and the law firm were jointly sanctioned $5,000. And the story made every legal newsletter in the country. Every prompt course on YouTube will tell you to fix this with a better prompt. It doesn't work. You can ask, ChatGPT will say yes. Then it will invent more cases. Because asking nicely doesn't change the mechanism. The real lesson is ChatGPT did what it does. Schwartz trusted it to do something it can't. It still predicts the next word, and it still predicts what looks probable. Telling ChatGPT to be accurate is like telling a slot machine to stop showing certain combinations. The slot doesn't care what you ask, it just spins. Before I get to the fix, there's one mistake I see SMB owners make all the time. We'll come back to it. There's exactly one fix. It's not better prompts. It's grounding, and most vendors hide it. You connect the model to something real, a database, a document, your own data. Then, when you ask a question, the model isn't predicting from its training data anymore. It's predicting from your data. The model still does what it does. It still predicts, but now it's predicting from something real. Without grounding, an AI agent is a confident guesser. With grounding, it's a confident guesser with a source. That's the whole difference. A prompt is a request. Grounding is a leash. So, 3 signals and AI is making it up. You saw signal 2 with Schwartz, 6 fakes in one brief. The third one is what tripped that NYC chatbot. 1. You're asking for a specific fact, a citation, a date, a price, a statistic, and there's no real source connected. 2. Same question, different answers. Schwartz got 6 different lies from one prompt. That was signal 2. 3. The AI never says, I don't know. A model with real limits would hit them sometimes. This one doesn't. So, when you can't tell the confident truth from the confident bullshit, that's the tell. Let me make this concrete. Imagine an e-commerce shop asks me to put ChatGPT on their customer WhatsApp. But this is the mistake I told you about at the start of the section. Most SMB owners skip that step. Here's what happens when they do. A customer messages, "Hi, do you ship to Argentina?" You don't ship to Argentina. ChatGPT doesn't know that. So it predicts what a friendly response would look like. It says, yes, customer waits 2 weeks. Customer leaves a 1-star review. The fix costs you $200 a month and 2 hours of setup. The mistake costs you the customer and your reputation. Now imagine the same thing on an insurance customer line. Someone asks whether their plan covers a procedure, the AI predicts a plausible response, the answer is made up. And if an AI vendor swears their model doesn't hallucinate, don't trust that vendor. They either don't get their own product or they are hoping you don't. If you are looking to implement AI in your business, I wrote a PDF for you. If you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe. A like helps YouTube show this to other people.